A very good morning to everyone. Today we are going to learn about operations management. Everything in business will go standstill if we overlook one of the main functions of any organization, and that is operations. If we speak about manufacturing and production or quality or service delivery, all of these will be covered only when we have managed operations in our organization. So today we have Mr. Satya Swarup Roy, Assistant Professor, Department, who is going to enrich us with the knowledge about operations management. Mr. Satya Swarup Roy joined St. Mary's College in 2019, prior to which he taught postgraduate students in business administration for over 6 years. A versatile individual, he received the award for Best Teacher for his outstanding contribution in his previous institution. His research interests are in human resource management and finance. His work has been published in several international journals. He is committed to ensuring that needs of his students with diverse learning styles and abilities are met. He is a life member of the Indian Society for Technical Education. Currently, he is pursuing his PhD in management from NIT Warangal. Thank you, Roy sir, for accepting the invitation, and all over to you.
Yeah, thank you, madam, for your beautiful introduction. Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
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 Good morning. Good morning. Happy to see few new faces. I mean to say new faces means I know few of you already in the previous certificate course, like I could see Ananya there and others. Can you all switch on your videos there? Not able to identify. Or all are there who knows me already? I mean in the previous certificate course, Ananya. Who else? I mean, I could remember her name only, and okay, fine then. Okay, I hope everyone is enjoying these sessions, right? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Enjoying the sessions.
Yeah, thank you. Good. You know, in this certificate course, our main intention is to teach you all the foundations or the basics of the management. The reason is that you're not an ordinary student. Let me again tell you this. You're a management student, you know, because you're all an future managers, or in you may start your own business or you may go to any company, whatever it may be, you're all the future managers. And may I call you all as CEOs, right?
Or future financial managers.
Yeah, CEOs or managers or whatever it may be. Utbhav, what you want me to call you? Yeah, I think you like finance, right? I think you like finance more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand because you're asking me to call you as financial manager, right? Good. Right? Everyone has some kind of dreams in your mind. Everyone have some kind of goal in your mind that to achieve one day, right? Maybe it may set by your own self or set by your parents. I don't know how you set your goals, but everything ultimately, what kind of efforts you will put in the area that you want, that you are focusing on, will be your future. Right. The reason for this, if you understand the curriculum or the topics that we are covering here, is like all related to the management, like the finance management or operations management or human resource management or marketing management. All these kinds of different branches we are dealing in, because at the end of the second year, you're all going to choose a specialization for the third year, right? And many students will be in a confusion state that which specialization I should take, this, that. Again, in the beginning, I'm telling you, while you are studying these concepts, while you are going through a different kinds of the concepts, I mean, the things that we are teaching, or in the first semester, second semester, third and fourth, By going and by listening to all these concepts, after understanding all these concepts, you should be in a position that yes, this is my area, and this is all my, like as Udbhav said, I want to become a finance manager. Like that, you should be, I mean, some kind of relation. So, I have some kind of interest in my mind from my childhood, by looking at some people, by looking at some organization, by looking at few things, right? By after going through different content or the different subjects, your interest may change. I heard a story saying that when there is some kid at the age of 10 years, like that, the parents asked them, what you want to become, my son? Like that, he asked, and he said, by looking at the bus driver, he said, I want to become a bus driver. Oh, because the bus driver is carrying many people in the bus. And after going it, and the same question they asked the parents. And after looking at someone, the policeman, he said, I want to become police because everyone is afraid of him. And after going to the school and after going to the college, he saw one faculty like me or like someone, and it's okay, he is very good teacher and everyone is liking him, I too want to become teacher. Our taste and interest in a course of a time, by looking at the things, by looking at the courses, by understanding something, but the knowledge that you acquire may change. Okay, why I'm, before going into the topic, why I'm telling all these things is, the reason is that you should be in a position that maybe you may do next course in the PG's MBA, or if you go to any higher studies at the end of second year, or even the final year. Maybe in the second year, you will have a choice to choose which specialization you want to study for the next year, I mean to the final year. But at the end of the BBA, as managers, as the management students, you should be able to tell what is your interest and where you want to settle down, right? With this note, I want to introduce my topic. Today, my topic is on introduction to operations management, or overview of operations management. You already heard about different management, right? I think finance management is completed, I think. So the basic concepts are already covered in all these things. Okay, let me share my screen and we will go into this topic. I request everyone to keenly listen each and everything. At the end of this my presentation, there will be a quiz, a basic questions I will ask, and with that I will understand how much attentive you are and how much you learned. I mean, those are the basic questions, very basic. From my slides only, I will be asking, and I mean to say, in the online only, we are going to do that quiz, and I can understand that how much you are attentive here. Okay, again, I'm telling you, these are the basics that we are teaching. I'm not going into the core of it, but what is what? Overview. The word overview is that I want to tell you the overall thing about the operations management. I may miss some areas what is there in the operations management, because the technology on the content that today the one person is using is not the same tomorrow, right? The type of the things that people are using, the type of the methods that they are using is changing day by day. I think someone asked, what is his name? Our Google CEO, Sundar Pichai. Sir, what do you mean by, you tell me in your own definition, what is the generation gap? And he said, I said, 1 minute of crossing the time. 1 minute is the generation gap, he said. Oh, because every minute and every hour, every second, things are changing. The person before 1 minute is different, and after 1 minute, he is the different. I mean, the things what is happening here. Because that's why you all students should understand that the level of the knowledge that you have, the things that we are learning in this is not sufficient. Every day you need to update yourself. You need to update yourself. Okay, but here in this session, let's go on to the overview of the operations management, right? This is actually the 10th session, but I am taking, mine is on the 11th, but I am taking this. Okay, foundations of the management, and maybe in few sessions, in 4 to 5, we are going to close this. But let me go into the content directly. Okay, what do you mean by operations? What do you know about the operations? One or two answers. Then we'll go to the remaining part.
Sir, is it activities?
Wonderful. Operations or activities. Udbhav, you are muted. I think you are speaking something.
Yes,
No.
sir.
Okay.
Operations are more or less activities only, sir.
Wonderful. Activities. What else?
So
Fine.
day-to-day functions which take place in the business.
Wonderful. The functions which takes in the business. Wonderful. Right? The day-to-day operations or day-to-day activities, day-to-day functions which is happening in the business. Right? And managing those functions, managing those activities is management, right? HR, managing the human resource, finance, management of the finance. Again, in that, if you go to the definition, planning, organizing, directing, controlling, all these functions together, we call it as an operations management or finance management or human resource management or any kind of management, right? Yeah. These are the activities, few activities which are involved in the operations management. What are these things? In that, requirements, input, output process will be there, resources will be included, strategy will be included, planning is there, overseeing will be there, the cost is included, and not only that, you need to control each and everything, anything. Now, I want to show you, everyone is alert, right? Are you all alert? Are you all looking at the screen? Because I'm not able to see, few videos are on. Are you all alert? Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Because if you're not switching on the videos means you are engaged in different activities. That is what I am understanding. But there is a problem. Otherwise, just please try to switch on your videos. Okay. All right. Now, just look at the screen, everybody. You need to tell what is happening in that. Just read it. Can anyone tell what is happening and what is the ultimate product of these operations? Three things.
Sir, is it paper?
Wonderful. Who said it? A little louder. Paper. Good. Right. One process. The pine trees are cutting down using equipment.
Sir, pulp and paper mills.
Wonderful. This paper. Ultimate product is the paper. Good. Yeah, and next, control, lifting gears, and there are few other things are happening in that. On the trucks they're transporting to the pulp processing factory, right? And the tree trunks are removed from the trunks by lifting the equipment. Here, see, if you observe, a man is included, two truck is included, some kind of machine is included, again another kind of. The next process, you see this. Each truck is fed into the chip machine where it is cut into the small pieces and it is this, and wood chips are boiled into the water. Thick wood pulp will come out and different chemicals and ingredients, a lot of things they will add it, and ultimately this is the, when you are using the paper, have you ever thought of this? Oh, my paper that I'm using today is gone through this kind of process. We never think, right? But when we think about the paper or any product, the ultimate product which is on our hands or the thing what we are using, we never, we no need to, but if you think about how this product came to my hand, lot of process and lot of things are happened in that. Lot of things are happened before it is coming to that. And if you are receiving the product late means all these process somewhere or other there, this process is old or late or it is delayed, right? Yeah. Now you will have a question, sir, why I am learning this? Why I am learning this operations management? Why I should understand this? In two perspectives I will tell, because I already told you the operations management is including of the management function. And another thing is that for the immediate purpose of learning is this, This is the syllabus that you are going to study in the 4th semester in the management science. This is the 4th semester syllabus. And in the right side, I kept this syllabus sheet as MBA syllabus. It is MBA.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, what did the 4th?
In the 4th semester, you will have subject management science.
Oh, okay, sir. Understood.
Okay, right. And the right side, the syllabus which I am displaying here is the syllabus that you are going to learn in your MBA. In MBA, right? And there are different names are there for the subject: operations management, OM, or productions and operations management. And the subject name is like the operations management. But in your syllabus in the 4th semester in the management science, the points which are relating to, 2 things are related. Operations research is mentioned here, and the productions and operations management, the first unit is there. In that, a lot of topics are there, right? The layout, in the production process, in the activities, what are the activities which are included in that, how fast you need to do those activities, how you can design those activities in order to have a quick output, right, is about the operations management. Okay, in that, these are the topics that you are going to study: productions and plant management and work study, purchase and stores management also comes under this. And another topic also included in the management science, about the operations research, and as well as the transportation assignment and the queuing theory. Okay, just this is for your saying. That is why I'm just please concentrate here. Let us move on to this. Already many of you in the beginning you told this. This is a business function responsible for planning, coordinating, and controlling the resources needed to produce products and services for a company. What is that? These are the resources needed to produce the products or the services for a company. Just keep this definition in your mind. And what is it to? It is a management function, and it is not a subordinate function, or it is not the down function or a lower function. It is an organization's core function. It is a core function, means it's an important function. In every organization, whether it is a service, manufacturing, profit or non-profit, not for profit or a non-profit organization, this is required. For every organization, this operations management is required and important. Now, if you see this organizational chart, the top president or the CEO, some person will be there. Under that, that the different level functions will be there. Here, I'm just keeping only 3: marketing, operations, finance, quality. And if you take the HR and few people, the mechanical department and bagging department, quality control department, and marketing and shipping department, based on the activities they have, they will divide these into different kinds of the functions. And why I'm showing this means operations also one of the core functions, which is equal and along with the other functions as well. In marketing, it will manage the customer demands, sales and goods for the services, and it will manages the people, equipment, technology, materials, and the information. What is the ultimate thing of the operations? Like goods and the services. This is the final thing. This is the output, final output that they will produce. And in the finance, we know that vice president of finance will be there, or some head will be there. It will manage the cash flows, current assets, capital investments, etc., etc., etc. in this, right? But the point is that it is also equal along with the other functions. Now, you'll tell me, what is the role of OM? You see this? The main role of OM is to, listen to this, transforms inputs to outputs. What are the inputs here? Inputs are the resources such as the men, machines, and money, or in other words, men means of people, material, and money. These are all the inputs that we will use, and outputs are the ultimate goods or a service, right? It may be IT service, or it may be a transportation service, it may be a hospital service, or a tourism, and whatever the services is there. It may be any good, it may be a mobile phone or it is a laptop or any speaker or whatever. The ultimate thing, output. Right? These are the inputs. This is the role of OM. See, what is this? Transformation. Transforming the things of the inputs to the outputs is the role of the OM. That we need to understand this. Now, again, just a detailed flow chart. What is happening? Inputs, people or the human resources, facilities and process, technologies and material. A lot of things they will use in the inputs, and the transformation process in that performance information will be there, and the customer feedback also will be included in this. And ultimately the outputs will be the goods and services that we have seen this, right? Transformation process. While I'm teaching this or while I'm telling this, you need to focus on the things. I used only one word here, the transformation process. I just used one word, process, just process. What is happening in the process? Lot of things are happening. This is the core point, or this is the important thing. This is the important thing that gives that, that places your company in the top or middle or lower. How fast you will do the process, and what kind of methods you will do in this process, and what kind of people you will use in this process, what kind of strategies you use, this matters a lot. That's where your company will stand. Right? These days, once you order a car, in how many days it is being delivered to your home? If you order a product, how many days it is coming to your home? All these things are matters, and it is included in the transformation process. Lot of things will happen in this process. Input and lot of process will happen, and the output we can see in this. Now, let us take an example, transformation process. A canned food processor. Anyone are using this? I mean, in the foreign people, of course, in foreign, no, in your India also, these kind of things are available, but whoever can cut the vegetables and who can make this is the process of a tomato puree. That tomato, we don't need to cut the tomatoes, and who knows cooking, you need to boil them and you need to make a paste. Instead of doing that, I will do that, all the process what you are doing in your home, and I will give you the puree of the tomatoes. What is happening? What are the inputs you are using? Raw materials, metal sheets, water, energy, labor, building equipment. All these inputs they are using. In the processing, what they're doing? They're cleaning the thing. They're making the cans to put the things in. They're cutting the things. They're cooking. They're packing, and they're putting the labels on that the tins or the cans. And final output is canned vegetables. Now, I want you. Again, everybody look at the screen. I'm going to show you one video here. And I want some inputs from this. What is happening in this? And what are the lessons that we need to learn as a managers? For example, again, Mohammed Sofed, I appointed him as my operations management for my company. Per day, let us say 100 cans I am producing before. After appointing him, he should start thinking, not 100. I need to improve the process of this, and I need to improve from 100 to 150 because I am the new appointed manager here. What best I can do? In what way I can cut the things down, or on what way do I need to recruit people? Do I need to do something, or etc. etc. You need to think. Yeah, everyone are alert. Hello, are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alert, sir.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. Now I'm just playing this video. Everyone keenly observe this, and I want your inputs out of this.
Often considered to be a vegetable.
Often considered to be a vegetable, the tomato is actually a fruit. It's grown from the ovary of the plant and it has seeds. It's also the most popular one on the planet. Automation of the canning process in the last century has made that possible, ensuring that tomatoes preserve their #1 slot. There are over 2,000 varieties. For canning purposes, they grow a type with a thick skin and firm consistency, so machinery can pick and sort them without damaging the flesh. Rotating clippers cut the vine as the harvester drives over the crop. Once cut, the plants travel on an elevator belt up into the harvester. Inside the harvester, metal prongs shake the tomatoes to free them from the vines. An electronic colour sorter rejects the green ones. A conveyor transfers the red, ripe tomatoes to a trailer travelling alongside the harvester. Once they have a load of 22 tonnes, they deliver the tomatoes to the canning factory. Here they fill the trailer with water to float the tomatoes out through a door at the side. The water, dirty from residual soil, drains away through the slats in the belt. The tomatoes land in a clean, water-filled channel, and here any rocks sink to the bottom and are removed. The tomatoes float into a big tank, where jets churn up the water for a more gentle cleansing action. The tomatoes then head up to a sorting line and travel over metal bars. Smaller tomatoes fall through the gaps. They'll be used to make tomato juice. The others fly on past 60 tiny cameras that detect pale or yellowish tomatoes. Pneumatic fingers knock those tomatoes out of the batch. It all happens in less than a second. Now it's the human eye that inspects the tomatoes. They send any rejects to another part of the factory to make juice. The rest take the plunge into a very hot bath. This scalds the tomatoes and loosens the skins. The tomatoes then travel on a moving bed of rubber discs, and this gently pulls the skins away from the tomatoes. A spray of water washes away the skins, which then fall through the rubber discs. This ensures no mess is left after peeling. The now peeled tomatoes travel onto another conveyor, where sprayers give them another rinse. This conveyor controls the flow of peeled tomatoes into the processing room by metering the produce as it moves forward. Ahead, the dicer waits. It has 3 sets of cross-cutting blades to make light work of the tomatoes. The tomatoes tumble down a chute into the dicer and are chopped into small cubes. The diced tomatoes pass workers who pick out pieces that aren't perfectly red. They also remove any pieces of core. Leaving the cleaning station, the cans queue up for a fill-up. Ahead, the diced tomatoes flow into metal pockets. This portions them out, ready for the cans. The pockets rotate forward to meet the cans, now moving in sync below, and the bottoms of the pockets open to release the contents into the cans. They add hot tomato juice and flavorings. Lids advance towards the open cans. They land on top, and a machine crimps the lids to the cans, creating a double seam for a complete seal. Now in airtight cans, the tomatoes head into a hot oven for a quick cooking, which sterilizes them, removing the need to use preservatives. The cans now get their labels. They spin across wheels that apply glue to the sides, and then roll over paper labels which adhere to the glue-covered cans. Here's the labeling action slowed down. The label contains brand and nutritional information, as well as the exact time of production. This means it can be traced if there's ever a quality issue. It's taken about 1 hour for these tomatoes to be harvested and canned. All that's needed is a tin opener and a recipe.
Wow. How many of you enjoyed watching this?
I enjoyed, sir.
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah. Now tell me your inputs. What did you understand from this video?
Sir, proper management of resources
Wonderful. They are using all the resources in a proper way. Wonderful.
and
Next.
optimum utilization also, sir. They didn't have any wastage. The tomatoes that were green, that were also being used for making tomato juice.
Nice. Good. What else? I want some kind of a critical answers from this. I mean, as a manager, or I taken you to that factory, and I want to give you a very higher position there. And to give that position, I'm expecting some inputs from you. Let us think in that way. And what kind of points you will tell there, or what is your observation? Tell me before going to that.
Maybe the operations manager should have a lot of knowledge about this, because if something fails, he should have a backup plan.
Oh, wonderful. That's good. Yeah, very nice. If something fails in the middle, yeah, very good, good, Saif. Nice. Any others? Any other inputs? I'm expecting few things from you. Have you observed how many people are working there?
Yeah, yes, sir. This is a heavily machine-driven production.
Yeah, see this. Very less people are involved. And have you observed in the last word in how much time they are taking to produce those tins? How much time in the total process time is what? How much?
1 hour.
1 hour.
See this, in 1 hour, you just imagine, just keep the machines aside, keep all the process aside, and you use only the men. How much time it will take? It will take a lot of time. Even I don't know how much, and how much men you need to recruit, or how much human resource you require to do that. Even to cut one tomato in my home, when I'm helping my wife, how much time it will take. You think about peeling the tomato. It's unimaginable things. Another thing is that, yeah, men are very less there. Machines are more popular there. And from the field till it comes to the tin, from the field to the tin or the cans that they're using is, I don't know how far those fields are where the tomatoes they're growing there. But see how much time it is taking to take the things. Even the mission is segregating the things. Even though there are no people who are plucking the tomatoes and keeping in the bags, not in a manual or the kind of things are happening there. Nothing is happening. Only the machine is working. Just people are also working like a kind of observers there. As Saif said, maybe some kind of backup plan might be there, because it's a very huge company or huge machinery it is there, and mechanical people must be there. But the thing is that how they process the thing, how they set the machines in a proper way, how they kept those functions, as you said, operations means activities, how they kept those activities in a proper order gives us gives the ultimate time, how much time they're spending to produce those cans out. That is the operations management. It's not an easy task. How much time you need to set? My wife is working as an interior designer there. One problem that she faces is that now she became the project manager there. There is no training for her. I mean to say, even that it's in a proper setup company. They're confused because a lot of projects are open, things are there, people are there, missions are there. How they need to coordinate to ultimately give this project is a big task there. They need to purchase the things, they need to purchase the raw material, they need to recruit the people, they require the electricians, they require the carpenters, they require, one person will be on leave, some people they may fall sick, all these things will, and how many things that every person or who is involved in that role has to think. That's why a lot of tools are there these days. So no, there are a lot of tools have. Even to manage the data, there are some kind of softwares are there. That is why, people will call you, say, this is the problem in my company. They will call Udbhav, they will call Aryan. Aryan, please come and look at this. This is the problem we are facing. What kind of solution that you will give? More than working there as an employer or an employee there, these days the advisories or the advisors are earning a lot of money. You know that? There is a problem. That is what we are looking at the case studies. I think a few case studies, I mean, the previous topics, I think you might discussed, I think so. What are those things? Those are the problems. And when you are studying, my point, why I'm telling all these things means, listen to this. Your theory, what you are learning in these 3 years or the things, it should work or it should help the practical ways. It should help in the practicality. You are studying about the human resource management, HR, in the recruitment process or in the training and all these things. You know, theory happily you will study. If I ask you to buy head on textbook, or completely you will buy head. And what is the point of that? When you are not applying and when you are not applying this in a practical situation, there is no point if you have 100% of the marks at the end of your BBA, or if you are the topper in that. Are you getting what I'm telling you? See, the practical things are important now, not the theoretical thing. Some people will feel proud that I am the topper in the class. I am not denying that fact. Yes, you can be proud of, but in practical ways, how it will apply to that. How I can convert this theoretical into the practical ways, how I can useful to one company. You know, that's why by observing the things, by going through the different kinds of things, different situations. Let us say in a home there is a problem in the home. Let us say you can say, you know, your mother is the great manager, is the top manager, or mother or the father in the home. How he is managing it, you know, handling you is a difficult thing. Yes or no, for your father and mother? How they're handling, how the words that they're using, how they're, you know, how they're attaching, I mean, to make you to study, how they're attaching the reward system to you. You know, we are studying about the reward system. You know, if you get 90% of marks in your first semester, I will buy you some car, or I will buy you some bike or something. What is that? What we are learning? This thing already we are learning in the home, but this will be attached in when you going into the company. For the sales, if you sell 100 products today, you will get 10-20% of the bonus. Yes or no? This is what happened. You know, these are the things, these are the practical things. While going to all the theoretical things, you need to imagine and you need to think all the time that, is it practically possible? Yes, it is practically possible. And the things that we are studying are should give the basics for your thinking. Let me show you another video. You know, I think you people are showing interest to this. Let me take you to the another way. How many of you visited the Coca-Cola manufacturing company? Anyone is here?
No, sir, I didn't do it till now.
Okay, yes, someone said, sir, you visited it?
Yes, sir, I have visited in my school.
Oh, my, good, wonderful. What did you remember? Can you throw some points?
Actually, they have showed us like they have taken us to the factory, Coca-Cola factory in Hyderabad, sir.
Okay.
And I could remember the manufacturing machines. I think I could not find any people over there. That's totally machines and few managers just taking care whether they are working properly or not.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, good. You know, one point I missed is this, is that automation process, automation, right? Yeah, let's see this video also. It's little, but I will stop in the middle because it's, but please try to. These are the tubes. They will put these tubes to make the bottle. See this, how the process happens. right. Yeah. What did you understand from this? Again.
There are no human beings are there.
Again, the same. No human beings. Very less people are there. Just observers. What else?
Yes, sir. No human beings. What is Aryan said is right.
Yeah. What else?
Time utility within less amount of time, a lot of production is being done.
If you observe, these days we will drink simply. We'll buy just, we'll pay 20 or 40 or 50 rupees and we'll drink. But the hours or the time that they're spending is very less to produce it. Very less to produce it. Every in our marriage we will take you to that. But the last year we couldn't take your seniors as well. Yeah, seniors, because of the pandemic. We used to take that. After we, maybe by God's grace, if the things are settled, we are also will go to there. After looking at this, looking there, our perspectives, the way of thinking should change. The reason why I'm telling this is, technology is changing and they are minimizing the people's work, and where you and I will stand in that. Where is our place in that? When they are using more missionaries and when they are replacing the missionary with the men, where your role and my role will be there in the operations or in anywhere. That we need to think, that we need to start thinking about it. The manual drivers or manual cars are replaced with automatic things. And of course, there are many things, the intelligence or the way we think or thinking. Machines cannot think, machines cannot persuade. There are many things that machine cannot do. Those things we need to adopt for that. If you want to stand in the future in the competition in the market, we need to be a little different and we need to be, do something new other than the existing things. Okay, let me move on to the other things. What is this? Okay, right. See, in everywhere, say not only just in the production, if you see the hospital process, there also this transformation process will be there. Remember this. Inputs will be there. What are the inputs? Doctors, nurses, hospital, medical suppliers, equipment, laboratories will be there. And in the processing, examination, surgery or monitoring and medication or therapy, whatever, a lot of things will be there. And final output is a healthy patients, right? A healthy person. Process again, even in the hospital also you will see that. Now, what is the role of this in the transformation role? We have seen how the transformation is happening to add value. What is that? Increase product value at each stage. Value added is the net increase between the output product value and the input material use. This is another point that we need to understand. You can invest a lot of money to produce an output. But here there is a challenge. For example, here I'm using the speaker to listen to your words, this Infinity Speak, and it's worth like 2,000 or 1,500. I think 2,000 rupees, right? 2,000 rupees worth. This is giving good voice to me. I can able to hear everyone's voice very clearly. Instead of my laptop speaker, I'm using this external speaker. I'm using this, right? I'm using the speaker and I'm getting this. A very good and fine quality sound I'm getting out of this. But if the inputs which I am using, if I added some very costly inputs, and finally the cost of this product is, let us say, some 10,000 rupees, but this is the small size speaker. Will you buy this? Why? You want a very fine, good quality output of the sound from the speaker. But what you are looking here is that you want the price of the product to be come down. Where you have to cut the price of the product? In the input, in the each and every stage of the value if you cut down, I mean to say not compromising in the quality way, you will use the less price or the less amount in the each stage. And finally, you have to give the best product, which the customer will be satisfied with your product. And even and not only that, the price also I want in a reasonable way. These are the aspects you need to think. It is not, many people, your parents are doing the business, or you may take on this, carry on your parents' business. What they are doing now, what you can do after taking or after handovering those business, what your parents are doing. You need to think on those lines. This is the thing. Every stage, if you add value, it may be the quality or it may be some kind of new things that you introduce, and the final output of the product. Yes, Aryan is raising his hand. Okay, fine. The final output product value should give or satisfaction to the customer. And second point, what is the transfer? Provide an efficient transformation, means performing activities well for least possible cost. Efficiency is that, right? The inputs, what you are using, the cost of the inputs, and what is the output cost. We need to understand this thing. Value you need to add, and efficiency or the cost and the things will be added to that. Yes, here are a few examples. Goods in goods, farming, mining, construction, storage, transportation, warehousing, trucking, mail, services, moving, taxis, etc. In the exchange, retailing, wholesaling, banking, renting, leasing, library, etc. And entertainment, films, radio, television, communication, newspapers, radio. All these things comes under the operation. Whatever you take, they will be included. But the point is that how you add the value to that, how you will add the efficiency, how you will increase the efficiency of the process matters a lot here. What are the transformation process? Physical manufacturing will be there. I'm including all these products and services. You should not keep all the time, because I showed you only the two examples of the video which are relating completely to the products. Okay, right? Physical, manufacturing, locational, transportation. These days, when one click, you're getting a cab or you're getting whatever the thing that you want, right? You can book from this. And the process of doing that, different activities, what they are doing is, they will think if the payment is failed, what is the next process? They need to have a backup plan. If something has happened, if the bus or if the operator, the vehicle which they are using is failed, what is the process? In the exchange, retailing, storage, warehousing, and physiological, in the healthcare, informational, telecommunications, and psychological and entertainment. In all the areas, the transformation process will be taken place. Now, when I'm teaching this, you need to apply to you also. Listen to this carefully. You need to apply to the things that what you are doing. How much time I'm spending to read a book or understanding the concept, and how much output or what is the things that I am able to grasp or understand from this, the time which I spent. Every time you need to think in this way. Management student, for everything, every movement or every activity what you are doing, you should think in a management perspective all the time. I'm not talking about you don't be commercialized, or for example, you come to my home, let's spend some time. What I will get? I'm not thinking in that way. I'm not asking you to do in that way. But of course, the things what we are doing, what I will get. Today I spent 1 hour doing this. What I got it? I'm playing the game. What is the output that I'm getting on this? I spent today in the WhatsApp or chatting or doing or playing some games. What is the output of this? If you won't think in each, and I mean today not to be very going into the very small things and thinking in that way. But the thing is that why I'm telling this, your way of thinking in all small things, if you start thinking in that way, and when it comes to the business or when it comes to the important things, you will take a good decision. And that is what. Think what you are doing, what is the output you are getting in your day-to-day activities. Some people, I don't know, they will take the mobiles, they will start playing the games and hours together. Night out they will do. They won't do the night out for the exams. They will do the night out for the games or the unnecessary. I don't know what you will get out of it. You think what you are getting out of it, what you are losing, or what you are getting. You know, this is your decision. Now, in the OEM, there are two types of decisions will be there. What are the decisions here? There are strategic decisions, and second one is tactical decisions. Strategic is in a long-term in nature, and it is encompassing and a broad in scope will be there. For example, what are the unique features of our product that make us competitive? Strategic decision, right? Unique features of our product that make us competitive. Yeah, what unique feature I can add to my product? Strategic decision. Now, tactical decisions are narrow in scope, short-term in nature, concerning a small group of issues. Like, for example, who will work the second shift tomorrow? Tactical or in a day-to-day activities decision. The strategic decisions. These are the two important decisions: day-to-day activity decision and the long-term decisions that you need to make. Today I am doing this. Today I adopted this process to do in my manufacturing unit. Will it stands for a long time? Will this process stands for a long time? Will I stand in the market with the same process what I am doing for a long time? You know why many jobs are today, I mean the bank jobs are available, I mean to say, of course limited, because the people who work on pen and paper, they are not able to work on the systems. They want some new young people who can adopt to the change. If you go to the bank also, there are some, I have a friend who is working in the bank, and she always complains, my friend of my wife, she always complains, my manager doesn't know anything about this. He doesn't know. I mean, my manager doesn't even to take a print. For small taking a print also, he always calls me. But he is in the top level manager of the branch. Why it is happening? That's where change is happening. If you want to upgrade yourself, if you want to do this, I mean to say, these kind of decisions, you should be in a position to make these kind of decisions, and these decisions is included in the way. Now, I will go through it. I'm running out of time. The historical evaluation of, you need to understand. If you want to understand the history, yeah, you don't know what you should do in the future, because how people started thinking, how the things are going, how is evaluated. You know, once you hear the word history or this, some people will shut their minds, right? Yes or no? They will shut their minds. History again. But we need to learn a lot of lessons from the history and the experience of the previous things. Now, see, in the history, in the significant events, what happened in the operations is in the beginning, they focused on the cost, because on those days investment things are very less, because they need to ultimately they want to bring with this. These are the things that you're going to learn in your, again, in the management sides. EOQ, I think in the economics you will learn. PERT and CPM, again in the management science or in the operations, which you learn. Material requirement planning, I think you don't have the syllabus. In the productions and operations management, it will be there. All these things, they started thinking about these concepts from the way before 1776. And now, of course, in the beginning, they focused on the cost, and the days to come, they focused on the quality. Just in time, the Toyota is using this, that just in time technique. You know, they no need to have a warehouses to store the raw materials. What is that? Whenever they required, it will come, the raw material supplier will get the things to my manufacturing unit on the day when I want. The concept they have, the Toyota is implementing, and they are the, the people who are involved, using that, and they are success in that area. CAD, CAD/CAM device, computer aided design, electronic data interchange, TQM, total quantity management, and lot of things are happened. But here the thing is that it is on the quality focus. Now see this, not just 2005. Now is the customization focus. The reason is that I don't want these speakers to look like, I want a handle to carry this. Can you make it? I want a different colors. I don't want the black. I don't like black. I want the different colors. Can you make it? Customers are asking like that. It is not that you prepare, oh, only this mobile I will give. If I want customized, if I want some features to added, and if I want some parts to be added, are you able to, or your company is able to do that? I want these kind of features. People are now focusing on this customization, not only just if you tell some features, I want this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you include it in that product and give me what I required in that? Can you give me that? And now, yes, I can give you. At what, how many hours or how many days you can? This is where now the focus is on. What customers like. It is not like, it is not a monopoly market. You know, I will sell only this speaker. If you want to hear some good sound, only this. I don't want this today. Customers' perspective is changed. Customers, the tastes and preferences are changed. Everything is changed now. You know, why I'm telling all these things means I want to encourage you, challenge you to know the different kinds of aspects, to think differently. If you, a few years back, if you want to take your own money from the bank, what you are used to do? I mean, I don't know whether you are you people are there in those days where the ATMs are not available? No, right? I was there. When I want to take my own money from the bank, you know, I need to, I mean, I should take a leave from the college. I need to stand in a queue. I need to stand in a queue. See, it is not taking the others' money. To take my own money, I need to, I need to apply leave, or I need to take 1 day. I need to stand in a queue. I need to make my name to be written. They will give a token. They will call Roy number 20. What is this? If someone like you were not thought, why I am troubling my customer like this? I should respect my customer. I should respect my customer's time. And I should give the money whenever they want. It's not just only from 10 to 4 or 10 to 12. If someone like you was not thought of, yeah, I need to prepare an automatic teller machine, ATM. Today, someone is not there to think in that way. Again, we need to bunk the classes, we need to waste 1 day, and manual things. You know, that is what I'm thinking. You need to think in such a way that some kind of ease or some kind of advantage you should give to your customers. You know, ERP, enterprise resource planning, globalization, internet, international quality standards, IQS, right? Scheduling, supply chain, agile manufacturing. A lot of things are now evolved in this. You cannot limit your knowledge, or you cannot say that I know much. There are a lot of things that you need to research or invent. Now, this is how the business information flow from marketing information system, and all the things will again look to the operations management department. So this accounting, billing information, it has to go to the operations. Engineering, it will go to the operations. Human resources, again, it will link to the information system. Technological capabilities, finance, capital investment plan, financial measures, budget, and everything. Marketing, current operating capital, all these things, again, it will interfere in the operations management. Now, if you understood this, operations is the interlink to the marketing and the finance. You know, if you see these buckets, all these things are giving to the operations, or everything is looking like this. Now, if you take, yeah,
operation is linked to marketing and finance. So
everything, not just, I think you didn't see the slide. When I'm showing the slide, you are looking somewhere. See this. Udbhav.
No, sir, I was there, sir. I looked at it.
You was there. Have you seen this slide?
Yeah.
Good. You know, marketing, IS, finance, all the things again linked it to the operations management. And what I'm telling is, if you look deep, or if you go to this, operations is interlinked to the marketing and the finance. The finance, you cannot avoid the operations department, And marketing people, of course, there are other things, HR and everything is linked in the previous slide, but you cannot avoid this operations. If you see in a microscopic way, this is how it will look. It will interlink to the finance and the marketing, right? If you take the commercial bank, say this marketing, operations, finance. In operation, what? Teller scheduling, check clearing, transactions processing. In a commercial bank, check clearing, transaction processing, security, all these things are linked. Second one, if you take the airlines, what are the operations they are doing in the airlines? Flight operations, ground support, facility maintenance, and the catering, right? If you take the manufacturing, again, manufacturing, production control, quality control, purchasing is again linked to this. I mean, the finance and the marketing. Now I'm going into the important part, or my final slides, the new concepts and trends in OM. As we already discussed this, mass customization. It is not just one product. If I want a t-shirt, my photo should be on my that. I want immediately 200 products in 1 hour. Right, let me go into one by one. First one, mass customization is the new concept of the trend in this. First thing, the rapid low-cost production of the goods and services that fulfill constantly. Abdul, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm right here.
Wonderful. Right, fulfill constantly changing and increasingly unique customer desires. Yes, sir. Customized product, not just one or two, that will fulfill the customer desires. This. Now, second unique thing, supply chain management. I think now the syllabus is removed from your curriculum. Every 3 to 4 years, the OE will change the syllabus by adding by merging first and second unit, or like that they will change it. Fine. This is the second concept, is the supply chain management. What is the supply chain management? Now, in this, again, the logistics management also included in it, and many of your seniors are doing their higher studies exclusive in the supply chain management, and if you are went to the even to the logistics management as a specialization to do their PG studies. Okay, fine. It is like a flow of information, materials, services, raw materials, suppliers through the factories and the warehouses to the end user. It is like just from the source of the material, from where I am getting, till it reach the customer. How much, what are the activities that you are doing to make sure this product is reached to the customer in less time, right? How you are managing, how many warehouses you are managing, right? How many suppliers you have, or how many I mean the retail outlets you have. How many sales boys are there? How many delivery agents you are attached to that? Or I mean to say, I'm not telling you to attach to the many delivery agents. How we are doing this? The sequence of the organization, the facilities, functions that involved in producing, and not only that, just producing a delivery of product or the services, is the supply chain management. How the more that you focus on this, in other words, what kind of transportation you choose. There are air, water, land, right? 3 modes of transportation is there. What mode of transportation? Even in this, transportation also included in the supply chain management. Whether you own your own vehicles or whether you own your vehicles, whether you are hired, it's a decision that you need to take. How best and how beautifully, how economically you manage the supply chain management is also one of the unique thing, and the new concept means in the sense where your company will be standing unique. How you utilize these things is important. The third thing is that product supply chain. Suppliers, producers, distributors, and the final customer. This is also important part. I mean, this is the main thing that is in one slide. If I want to say this is separate. Third important thing is the outsourcing. What is outsourcing? Yeah, rather than producing the work or doing the part of my work in my organization, I will take the help of other organizations who are expert in that. Right, I'm manufacturing. Let us the Minova manufacturing. There are a lot of parts which belongs to different companies. For example, car is there, car. Do I need to have own plant or own manufacturing unit for the tires of the car? Do I need to spend time on the tire, or do I need to outsource that work of manufacturing the tires? If you go to these days, outsourcing business is very much growing. For example, if you go to the hospitals, they are not having their own security guards or own thing. They are giving this, they are outsourcing this part of security to the other agents who are experts in that. They will only take all the headache of recruiting the security guards and keeping where they want to go, do this, etc., etc. Right? We have a website. We have a website, IRP, and the Moodle is there where the content will be stored, where the IRP is there, where you can check your attendance and etc. So on. So we have a lot of things that using. We of course we have some technical people who are taking care of this, but in order to buy that, we didn't go for any other thing. We outsourced that thing. We are using that. Let us say I want to construct a big building, or I'm in real estate, or I'm a builder. Let us say I'm a builder now. I uses always the bricks and the cement. Do I need to buy from others, or do I need to have a own plan to do that? It's a big question. Everywhere, every time, this question will be there, whether I need to outsource or whether I need to manufacture in my own home or not. I mean, own home means I meant to say in my own company or outsource. Next one, this is very important thing. In this, lean manufacturing. What is the lean manufacturing? What is lean manufacturing? Minimum amount of the resources, minimum less space I want to use, less inventory I want to use, very less workers I want to use, less level of management I will use, but ultimately I need to produce a high volume or high quality of goods with some variety. Wow. This is called the lean manufacturing. Lean means minimizing everything, what are the things what they are using, and ultimately I need to give the more output. This is a challenge today. We have seen the two videos, the tomato puree and the Coca-Cola. We have seen that they have succeeded in that areas. Even how much lean they can go into that. This is one of the trend or the which makes your company unique. Now the fifth one is the agility. The mobility of an organization to respond quickly to demands or opportunities, or the maintaining a flexible system that can quickly respond to the changes in either the volume of the demand or changes in the product or services. I am offering some product. Immediately I want some change in that. Sir, I want this. I don't want this color, immediately change. This color keep from red to black or black to red. And I want these many number of products in by evening. Oh. How can I do that? You need to be ready to that agility. Respond quickly to the demands. Today, I ordered only 100 products. Every day I'm ordering 100 products. Today, I want to go for manufacturing more products. Today, immediately I want 200 products. Will your company is able to produce that immediately? Agility is one of the trend, or you should able to do that in a position, your company. As we know that e-commerce, right? E-commerce is another trend. The use of the company networks, primarily the internet, to buy and sell products, services, and the information, how much you are using for your business, how much technology that you are using for your business. Many people, now this is a very important trend, because no, I don't want to touch the, I think many of you few years back, no, I'm not, I won't want to use the mobile. Those people who said those words these days, they are not living without the mobile. I mean to say, in their day-to-day activities or in the things that they are doing. Yes or no? 5 years, 6 years back, when I'm teaching about information technology to my MBA students, 6 years back, I asked how many of you have the Facebook accounts? Now I don't need to ask that question, right? What is this question you're asking? Without that account, how can I live? Like that you may tell. There are few girls, few people who said, I'm not using, sir. Why should I use it? Are you using WhatsApp? No, no, sir. Why should I? What is the need of using it? Today, if you are not there in the WhatsApp, you may think that if no, not there, not. If you won't see the WhatsApp in 10 minutes, you will feel that I am far away from the world. Yes or no? I mean to say, don't addict in that way. Nothing will happen. I know one person who is working with National Police Academy (NP) in the very higher level. Till today, he won't use the WhatsApp. He says, why, sir? Why you are not using? He says that 5 years back also I didn't use. What change it is there today? Tell me. If you want any information, if you want to pass on the information, he requested me to send a mail. Array, you will use the mail, sir. Now. I mean to say how much internet or how much network or how much things that you are using also plays there. What kind of technology that you are using today in the transportation process, in the transportation, everyone is using the GPS, live track location. If there is a live track, live tracking is there, the price is different. A lot of technological improvements, lot of things are happening today. Now, I want to show you a few videos, but we don't have time. Even in the area of technology also need to grow. Okay, let me show you one video and we'll go to the quiz and the technological. Yeah. Other trends, the PERT and CPM, GPS, ERP, and Six Sigma, and etc. I'm stopping here and let me share you one video which about the technology. Quickly, I will share with you. Yeah. Meanwhile, any doubts till now? Wonderful. There are two things are happening in my mind. Whether you understood well or you didn't understand anything. What is the first one or second one?
Sir, first
one
one,
is
it was
better.
a great session. You brushed up a lot of things that you learned in 11th and 12th grade. That is amazing.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So what is going to be stable if everything is changing?
Good question. Who asked that question?
Saifuddin, sir.
Udbhav, you tell me in your perspective. I think something where there will be in your mind. I know that. What do you think that it won't change? I want answer from you only. Sometimes if you ask a question about yourself, the same question to you will get the answer. Yeah. What won't change?
What would change? In what, sir? What would change in what?
That is what that is the question you are asking, no? In what sense, what area you are asking? Now, someone said questioning the question is answering the question. Someone said, yeah.
I have no answer, sir, for this question.
What is there in your mind? Tell me, Udbhav. By asking that question, something be there in your mind, I know. Yeah, how many of you are using the Google products?
Sir, how many?
Using the Google products. I mean to say Google products. Your Gmail and Google Maps.
Google Maps.
YouTube. And let me open this. I'm forgetting many things. Yeah. This. Yeah, Udbhav, I didn't answer to your question, but I'm expecting some answer from you only. What won't change?
What change? What in business, sir, or asking in finance?
That is what you asked. What is the question you asked? Come again with your question.
Sir, finance and business.
Udbhav, send me a chart. Send me a chart, because when there is some disturbance, better not unmute. Okay, let me play this video. After this, someone can answer to Udbhav's question. You start thinking on this. Many people are asking. I mean, many people are using this Google products, right? Like Google Search, YouTube, Maps, Google Play, Gmail, Drive, Google Calendar, Google My Business, Google News, Google Meet, Google Chat, Google Leo, Google Shopping, Google Translate, Google Books, Google Blogger, Google Photos, Google Docs, Google Contacts, Hangouts, Sheets, Slides, Google Keep, Google Jamboard, Google Classroom, Google Earth, Google Collections, Google Arts and Collection, Google Ads, Google Podcast, Google One, Google Travel, Google Forms, so and so on are there. How many of you are using, how many products you are using? No, many are there, right? Now, see, for my last slide about the technical changes, I want you to see this video. If you are, how many of you know about the Google Lens? Okay, wonderful.
Me.
Oh, Deepti. Okay, right. Okay, let me show you this video and we'll go to the quiz. If you have some time, watch the Sundar Pichai motivational speeches when you get some time. Okay, right. So
Sir, definitely I'll watch,
For
sir.
a client, I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. We think AI can help with this problem. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around?
I think I hope you're understanding, right? A physical person is talking to Google Assistants and how this AI, artificial intelligence, is working and how this mission is understanding to the person and how it is answering. Just say this.
At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech. By the way, when we are done, the assistant can give you a confirmation notification saying your appointment has been taken care of. Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to call a restaurant, but maybe it's a small restaurant which is not easily available to book online. The call actually goes a bit differently than expected. So take a listen.
See how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people? When? Today?
Next
Tonight?
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually, we leave here for like after like 5 people. For 4 people, you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people. Okay.
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Again, that was a real call. We have many of these examples where the calls quite don't go as expected, but the assistant understands the context, the nuance, It knew to ask for wait times in this case and handle the interaction gracefully. Look, we're still developing this technology, and we actually want to work hard to get this right, get the user experience and the expectation right for both businesses and users. But done correctly, it'll save time for people and generate a lot of value for businesses.
Right. This is one example that I'm showing you. See, this is how the technology, missions are handling the people. Missions are handling the people. Now we need to understand where we are on this earth. Where is your position on this earth? What kind of knowledge, what level of knowledge that you possess till now, and what you need to achieve, what you need to possess, what you need to learn from today. This matters. How much time you spent on the television, how much time you spent on the mobile, how much time you spent on sleeping, how much time you spent in the different activities of your life. Okay, right? This is all about my talk. And shall we play a small quiz now? Yeah, are you all ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me share the link to you quickly. And just 7 questions. And,
Phone అమ్మా.
okay, I'm sharing the link in the chat box. Just please check and click on the link, and we'll go to page. Please click on the link. Okay. Quickly join, share the link. Only 22. How many are there now? 32 are there. Quickly, others. 25 minus me and madam.
So 29 students.
29 students. Yeah, 4 more are there. Quickly. Okay, I'm starting now because I have only 4 minutes, and the quiz time also will try to end within 4 minutes. I'm starting now. Okay, how many of you answered? One second. Yeah, just give it.
Sir?
Wait, ma, sir will come. Wait for a few minutes.
Wow, congratulations. Mansi on the top now. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Wonderful. Yeah, let's see who is on top now. Okay, again, Mansi, Jaifa, Smriti. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, again, Mansi, Jaifa, Smriti. Okay. Yeah, the next question is the ability of an organization or please respond to the opportunity. Again? Well, oh, now the order changed. Okay, let's go on to the last question. Okay. Oh, this is the final result. Okay. Congratulations for the winners. Right. And I will stop sharing here. Congratulations. Okay, I think Mansi was on the top for some time, and again, the order has changed. Fine then. Okay, thank you everyone for your patient listening and for your active participation. Thank you so much, and over to Pilman.
It was a great session, sir. The videos you have showed, I mean, it was a true example of how things have been evolving around the world, and organizations are not a part. I mean, not a different part of it. So, a real picture we have seen. Thank you so much again for accepting to take this session. It was really, really wonderful session. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you everyone for being a very good participant. Yeah, Udbhav, you want to say something? You are muted.
Nothing, ma'am. No more to say.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you, everyone. And before you leave the meeting, one thing, because